Do you see that map behind me? That is a scratch travel map, and today I'm going to be using it to illustrate all the places I have been to, and there are quite a few. I am very, very fortunate to have visited countries. That's right, if you want to find out how many and what they were, you are going to have to watch the entire video. The first country, of course, is the place I was born, and that is the Czech Republic. Scratching my first country. Next up is the very first foreign country I visited. I was actually just 1.5 years old when I went there with my parents. The country is Spain, and the island is Mallorca. In 1996, my parents took me back to Spain, but this time we went to the Canary Islands. Let's move on to our next country, which is Italy. I visited Italy with my parents when I was 3 years old, and we went to a place called Lignano. We also visited Venice. It was a place we could easily drive to, and that's how we did most of our trips, by the way. You may be thinking, oh, you know, they must have been so loaded to be going on all these international vacations and stuff like that, but one thing to bear in mind is that Europe is pretty small and it's quite easy to go from one country to the next. And number two, you don't need that much money to travel, or definitely not as much as you may think you do. So yeah, just putting that out there. I know I'm gonna get lots of comments about this, little rich girl. And yes, we are extremely, extremely fortunate to have been in a position to afford to travel at all, but equally, not that rich. Also, don't have a sugar daddy. That one's gonna come up for sure in the comments. Don't have a sugar daddy. When I was 4, I visited Croatia with my breakdance crew. Yeah, it was a dance crew called Torso. And I don't know where they came up with that. And what we did is we grabbed a bus from the Czech Republic and drove down to Croatia. 4 was a great year for me because I managed to visit 2 countries. In number 5, we have Germany. Next year, when I was 5, we decided to visit my aunt in the US. She lived in Colorado at the time, and we visited not 1, but 4 states. Bearing in mind, I was 5 years old, and one of those states was Nevada, i.e. Las Vegas. Yeah, my parents are pretty cool. By the way, for the bigger countries, we're gonna be scratching them off state by state because I don't just get to scratch off the entirety of the US for 4 states. Now, if you'll allow me, I'd like to travel forward in time to the next millennium. It is the 21st century, and the first country I visit at 8 years old is Greece. Next is country number 8, and I'm going to give you a bit of a spoiler. This is the country that I would end up moving to when I was 13 with my mom and dad. The answer is Austria. Now, my age and countries are back in sync. I am 9 years old, and the 9th country I visited was San Marino. As it turns out, San Marino is the least visited country in all of Europe. I would, however, highly recommend it. It's very pretty. My next country was Bosnia and Herzegovina, which I visited with my dad. We went to Mostar, which was beautiful, but I don't have a picture of it, so just have to take my word for it, won't you? With number 11, I bring you another exclusive spoiler. This is the country that made me fall deeply in love on not 1 but 2 separate school trips. In fact, after returning from the first school trip, I told my parents that I would be moving there. I fulfilled the prophecy and I went to uni here. It is, of course, the... How did I forget its name? I'm literally here. It's the United Kingdom. But for now, we're only gonna scratch up England. On the same school trip, I also went to Belgium, so let's go ahead and add that to our tally. Maybe grab a cup of tea. This is gonna be a long video. Remember that spoiler from earlier about moving to Vienna? Well, I said Austria. It was Vienna. Double spoiler. Now I've been living there for a year. I am 14 years old, and I am going on my first vacation that year. And the vacation takes my family. I really needed to cough. Sorry, I thought I could hold it. The answer is Egypt. We went to Egypt, okay? Egypt. And also, we managed to do a day trip to Jordan and Israel. So 3 countries in one go. Oh no. I can wash my hands. Now, I would like to preface the following footage with the fact that I was 15 at this point. My parents were extremely kind. They decided to take me on a road trip of Italy, the Vatican, and France. The latter 2 are 2 new countries for us. But all I wanted to do was just sit, stay on my phone, and text my friends. Ungrateful teenagers, man. I am now 17. I am about to move solo to the UK, but before I do, I decided to visit Switzerland. Number 19 is the Netherlands, and I visited here, specifically Amsterdam, with first my classmates from my course, and then second my flatmates that I later on went on to live with. I made that sentence weird. Before we hit country number 20, we have a US state to scratch off. Bearing in mind this was the first time that I visited since I was 5 years old, obviously I decided to go for a really cool, famous state, the one that everybody dreams of visiting. Ohio. There's a bit of a backstory to this one. I met this lovely guy who had done an internship in London, and long story short, I ended up visiting him in Ohio. It was very cute. The end. That same summer, I had to move out of the UK because I was about to go on my year abroad. And instead of just flying back home, my parents decided to pick me up, load all my stuff into their car because it was going to be hard to ship everything, and take a little detour through the south of France. And while we were in the south of France, we hit another country, Monaco, the playground of the rich and famous. It was super glitzy. It was fun at the time. I don't think I'd be in a rush to return, but it was cool. I'm now 19. I have lived in 3 countries, the Czech Republic, Austria, and England, and I'm about to move into my 4th. And the twist here is that I had never been to this country before in my entire life, and I don't know, I just thought, yeah, go for it. This will be fun, which, spoiler alert, it was. The country was Russia. During my time in Russia, I studied at the Higher School of Economics in Moscow, which was really cool, but it did leave me with a bunch of spare time, so I ended up getting myself a sweet job as a broadcast journalist, my first grown-up gig. I think we're just gonna do the European half because that seems fair. Our next country is Morocco, which I visited with my friend Becky. We went to a place called Immentenut, a town of 20,000 people, middle of nowhere. We had to take a sweltering hot bus with nobody but locals on board to get there, and that's when I really got my first taste of travel as I love it now. So that trip will forever hold a very special place in my heart. Fun fact for you, a few months before I went on that trip to Morocco, I launched Girl vs. Globe, and one of the first videos on this channel is from that place in Morocco that I just mentioned, so you can go ahead and watch it. I don't know where to point. Shortly after I got back from Morocco, I spotted an ad on Facebook. It was for a program called Study China, which is a scheme run by the UK government, whereby they grant scholarships to a few people every year and send them to China to study at a local university, learn a bit of the language, and get to know the culture. And I wasn't too hopeful when I sent in my application, but as luck would have it, I got in, which means I got to spend a little over a month in Beijing. I absolutely loved it. It was my first trip to China, but not the last. I've been back to China, I think 2 or 3 more times. I'm just gonna scratch off half. I'm just gonna do the eastern portion because that's where I've been to the most. Initially Beijing on that trip, but since then I've been to Hangzhou, Shanghai, and a few others. That was country 23, and we still have a lot to go, so I hope you made yourself that tea I recommended earlier. Maybe drop me a comment if you're feeling generous. I love talking to you guys, because on other days I'm just talking to myself, and that is less fun. After my trip to China ended, I moved to the UK again because I had 1 year of university left. Right after I did that, I went on a road trip with 2 girls who I met in China. First we went to Northern Ireland, and then we went to the Republic of Ireland. During my last year of university, that's 2014-2015, Girl vs. Globe really started to pick up, and I ended up meeting lots of other bloggers and going on trips. Lapland, the north of Finland that only really families and couples go to, was my first solo travel destination. And if you're new to travel, it's not a destination I would necessarily recommend because you'll be the only person that's there by themselves. But that's okay. It's good for character building, especially when you're 21 and cripplingly insecure. Fun. Now, I'm gonna warn you, 2015 was a crazy year. I ended up going to 10 new countries. The next country I went to was Iceland. I went there with my friend Tom. We'd been really good friends throughout university, and he actually had already graduated, but we decided to go on a little whirlwind adventure. The next country I went to is Canada. So as you can see, there's a bit of a theme. I went to really cold countries at the beginning of that year. Not sure why, but it's fine. It was really fun. And the place that I went to in Canada specifically was the province of Alberta. We went to Edmonton, Jasper, Calgary, Banff, and they were all magical. I would love to go back, maybe this time in the winter though, so it's a bit different and I can go skiing. Around this time I moved out of London and to Manchester in the north of England, and pretty much directly after that I went on a little trip to Gibraltar. And it was a really cool trip. I got to hang out with lots of monkeys. There are lots of monkeys in Gibraltar. I got to see some stunning nature, dolphins, a music festival. It was pretty cool. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the part where I visit 5 countries in the space of less than 2 weeks. And I'm gonna explain why. I was approached by the European Commission to help them make a cinema ad about the European Year of Development. And obviously, I jumped at the opportunity. The first country we went to was Ethiopia, which actually ended up being one of my favorites. I loved the food, the culture, the people. I love Ethiopia, it's brilliant. After Ethiopia, we hopped over to Tanzania. We went to Dar es Salaam and also Dodoma, which is actually the capital, although most people think it's Dar es Salaam. From Tanzania, we flew to the Philippines, more specifically Manila. I spent a bit of time there. I didn't get to see any of the islands, and I'm still really hoping to go back and do that because they look incredible. After that, we flew across the entire world to the Dominican Republic, where I went and hung out with police chiefs and people training to be policemen in the academy, which was pretty incredible, a bit intimidating. And after that, our last stop was Lebanon. That ended up being my favorite country from that trip. I got to meet tons of refugees, which ended up being quite a formative experience because later on, I ended up going and volunteering in a refugee camp. But that is a story for another time. 2015 is nearly over. We only have one country left, and that country is Scotland. I actually ended up moving to Scotland shortly thereafter, but this was before I did, or before I even knew that that was gonna happen. It was a beautiful road trip. The weather was actually incredible, and I know for a fact that I have a few videos from that road trip on my channel, so if you'd like to see those, check them out. I keep waving madly. I just don't know where it's gonna show up on the screen. 2016 ended up being a year of repeats for some reason. For example, I went to Miami at the beginning of the year, and a few months later, my parents decided that they wanted to go back to the US, and they thought, where should we go? Oh wait, your pictures from Miami look great, so we're gonna go there. The second place I ended up visiting twice was Hungary, which was a new country. I believe we're up to 36. I initially visited Budapest on a solo trip, and then for New Year's, I ended up going back with a bunch of my friends that I met in Moscow. Remember when I used to live in Moscow back in 2014? My 37th country was Turkey. I went to Istanbul, and I also went to Cappadocia, which is that place that everyone recognizes from Instagram these days because of its beautiful floating hot air balloons, which is a thing I got to do whilst there. It was my first hot air balloon ride, and it was magical. In early 2017, I went on another massive road trip. If you've been following my channel for a while, you might know that I have a big series about this trip from all the different states that we went to. I'm gonna do a bit of an accent for this one, even though I know it's not very good. In first place, we got Alabama. After that, we hopped on over to Mississippi. My favorite city was Natchez. It had beautiful sunsets. We also went to Louisiana and Tennessee. In Tennessee, we visited Nashville and Memphis. And Memphis, against all odds, ended up being one of my favorites. I think I completely lost the accent there. We're gonna stop that. I'm sorry I put you through that, but I don't want to record it again, so we'll just... yeah, sorry. I'm gonna work through that shame by quickly listing the next few countries. In 38, we've got Wales. I went to Pembrokeshire, I saw some puffins. It was cool. Number 39 is Slovenia, which is a country I have sadly scratched off already by being overly enthusiastic in my scratching of Croatia, for which I apologize. Slovenia is often forgotten, but it shouldn't be. It's got beautiful nature. It is perfect for people who like outdoor activities. For number 40, I'm gonna slow down again because I think this country deserves a bit of an apology. I was born in the Czech Republic, right? That's here. This is Slovakia. They I actually used to be one country, and it took me a really long time to visit Slovakia. All right, we are now in 2018. I went on another trip with the European Commission. This time I was visiting East Africa and reporting on the stories of people on the ground. On this big trip, I ended up going to 4 countries. The 2 that I had been to are Ethiopia and Tanzania. The 2 new ones are Uganda, which is wonderful, beautiful. Jinja especially is a really cool place to visit if you like adventure travel. They have rafting on the Nile. They have that's the main draw actually, but they have a lot more stuff than that. And number 2 is Malawi. This is the country I most frequently cite as my favorite country I've ever been to. Now, I don't necessarily have favorites, but the reason I do that is because I think Malawi deserves a bit of extra promotion because so many people have never even heard of it, and that's a shame. The next country I went to was a bit of a different vibe, especially after the 5 months that I just spent in East Africa. And it was the United Arab Emirates. I ended up doing some crazy stuff like jumping out of an airplane with a parachute. I did the longest zip line in the world. I went on the fastest roller coaster in the world. Next up, number 44 is Malta. It's got all these multicultural influences from Spain and Italy to Arabia, the Moorish influence, and they all blend together in the architecture and the language. After Malta, I visited my friend Victoria in New York, so we can add another US state to the list. My next country was China, which I've already scratched off, but I also went to Hong Kong on that trip. I went there with my dad, who often goes to China on business. We had a great time, went on a hike up Victoria Peak and explored the glamorous downtown. It was a really cool trip. Thanks for that one, Dad. Okay, only a few countries left now. At the beginning of 2019, I went to Greece for 3 months, and after that, I headed to Indonesia. More specifically, I went to Bali. I learned how to surf, kind of. I learned how to meditate, kind of. I learned how to do yoga, kind of. I went with 2 friends whom I'd met in Russia, and one of them, Lena, actually ended up joining me on another trip a few months later, which was a very special trip to me. For one, I am currently studying Arabic, so I got to practice it a bit, but more importantly, the people were just so incredibly warm. We even got to stay with a local family. The next place I went to was Thailand. Thailand is a place that most people go to as one of their first destinations, but for some reason it took me all the way till 2020 to go there myself. I visited Thailand with my friend Becky, who you may remember as the girl who went with me to Morocco. Next up is 49, Bahrain. I ended up flying with Qatar Airways, and they have a really cool package where you can purchase a 1 night or 2 night layover. The price of the visa is already included in the package, and that's what I did. So I spent 24 hours in Bahrain and had a great time. So that's me. I'm 26, I've been to 49 countries, and I'm hoping to add a few more when that becomes possible. Do let me know where you'd like me to go next. The video's over. Thank you, bye. Thanks for watching. Genuinely, thank you. This was a long video. Okay, bye.